What's up? It's me, Shantria, and this is Live Your Life with Christ. Now, how y'all doing? The second video, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry for not staying consistent. Like, for real. I'm trying to do better. Anyway, I got 2 videos for y'all. Today, tomorrow. One of those 2. But y'all like my shirt? I forgot to ask y'all in the other video, in my first video. Would y'all like my shirt? The Krusty Krab pizza? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I feel like I'm too much up, like. But anyway, so today I'm gonna talk about my dad. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my dad today. So, for those of you who do not know, because obviously I haven't told you, don't mind me looking down. Keep telling y'all that. It's like I'm not trying to not pay attention to y'all, okay? Cause y'all I'm right here, okay? I'm focused on y'all. But yeah. My notes. No, write down some notes. But anyway, I grew up in a single parent household. I was raised by my mom. My father wasn't there. He was pretty much in and out of my life. So with him coming in and out of my life, I had unforgiveness for him, you know, for a long time. I remember one time when I was a child, I went to confront my dad. I was at my grandmother's house. Yeah. I went to go talk to my dad, confront him about why he wasn't there for me like he should have been. I'm talking about my grandma on my daddy's side, by the way. But yeah, I asked him about, you know, why he wasn't there for me. And basically all he did was shut me down. He dismissed my feelings. And he made me feel like I was crazy. Like I didn't know what I was talking about. And, you know, before all that, you know, before I tried to talk to him about it, I thought to myself, as a child, y'all, as a little girl, kids should not be worried about this. But at first I thought maybe he didn't love me and that he really didn't want me. I also blame God for it. I don't know what is up with us, but we always, well, me personally, I was always blaming God for something. Anything that was bad happened in my life, you know, I blamed God for it. So, but yeah, I just find it so funny how, you know, I can blame God for other people's actions, like he had anything to do with it. You know, it's their choice for choosing the wrong things. You know, it's I have a choice, you have a choice every single day. But anyway, I remember as a little girl crying in my room. This was before I moved. Yeah, this is before I moved. I was still in my hometown where I grew up. But yeah, I was in my room crying to God, and I was just blaming God, you know, for everything about why my dad wasn't in my life. It was God's fault. So I told God, you know, why did he allow me to be born if he knew that, you know, my dad wasn't going to be there for me? Like, I couldn't understand. And I also asked him, why did he choose my dad to be my father, you know? Because obviously my dad, he didn't love me. That's literally, y'all, that's literally how I felt on the inside. I literally believe that. But at some point I had wished for another dad. You know, I wish God had gave me another dad. I didn't want the one that I already had. So at some point I wanted to kill myself. I already suicidal, even as a child. And I really didn't tell anybody. Yeah, because I really didn't know how to communicate my feelings. So I wanted to kill myself, and because I felt like the pain was just too much to bear, way too much to bear, like I couldn't take it. I just find it so crazy how I wanted to kill myself at a young age. Like, I was a child. I don't know if I was about, this is my whole entire life, you know. I was a child and I was in elementary school. But for some reason I couldn't do it, you know. I couldn't go through with it, you know. No matter how much pain I was in, all I could, you know, because all I would think about is how I would hurt my mom and my aunt, my brother, because I knew they loved me, and I knew that they cared about me, so I didn't want to hurt them in that way, because I knew deep down that somebody was going to blame themselves for it. But yeah, y'all, couldn't go through it, and thank God. I know that was God. Okay. But then there was another side. There was another side of me to where I wanted to. Yeah, I was becoming evil too. But there was another side to where I wanted to kill myself and to spite my dad, you know. I wanted to hurt my dad. You know, I wanted to kill myself just so I could hurt him, you know, because how he hurted me. I wanted him to suffer. I wanted him to think about, you know, after me killing myself, I wanted him to blame, you know, himself for it, because that's exactly what I was going to do. That was my plan. I wanted him to blame himself. Because it was his fault on why I killed myself, because you weren't there, you hurt me, so this is your fault. This is your problem. That's how I thought. Like, I was getting sick in the head. So this is how I wanted my dad to think. I wanted him to think like, okay, after I kill myself, I wanted him to think, you know, if I would have just been there for her, then she wouldn't have killed herself. You know, that's how I wanted him to think. So I was going to write a suicide letter about how I was literally going to write a suicide letter to where me blaming my dad and how it was all his fault. And y'all, I didn't care about hurting him. Like, I was bitter. So, y'all, I hated my dad so so bad, so much. I hated him, you know, but eventually, you know, God helped me to forgive him, you know, because this is way too much to hold in. But yeah, God helped me to forgive him later on in life. And then also later on in life, you know, after, how old was I? Yeah, I done graduated and everything, graduated high school. You know, God helped me to forgive him before then, but I still had, it's like I still had more questions for God on why he did what he did. Like I literally wanted to understand. I couldn't understand why. And I finally understood that it wasn't God's fault. But I still had questions to God on why he did what he did. But God had revealed to me, you know, I think, yeah, I literally had to sit down with God so I can hear him clearly, you know, see it from a spiritual, you know, aspect. So, God was letting me know, like, because okay, my sister grew up with my dad in the house. That's all I'm saying about that, because that's not my story to tell. But I seen how he treated my sister and what my sister would tell me, you know, about him. And how he acts now, like, my dad, God was letting me know that my dad wasn't even ready to be a dad. He wasn't in the right mind state, you know, in the right mindset to be a good dad. And I know some of you right now is like, you wanted your dad to be in your life and all that, but how you know that wasn't a blessing from God? Like, you don't know what state of mind that parent was in. Could have been strung out on drugs, could have been suicidal, could have been angry, and they could have taken it out on you. They could have sold you for drugs. Cause yeah, sometimes it's a blessing. But anyway, let me get back to the point. My dad, Jesus showed me that he wasn't ready to be a dad from the get-go. His mind went in the right place, and he is very childish. You know, to this day, he still doesn't take responsibility for what he did. Now, we cordial, whatever. Whenever I see him, I speak or whatever. But he wasn't ready. And I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. But anyway, he wasn't ready to be a dad. He's very childish and he's very controlling. Also, as far as like me seeing him with my sister, he is very controlling. So when I come to think about that stuff, I'll be like, thank God he wasn't there. You hear me? I would have been a totally different person. I probably would have been a totally different person if he was there for me. I probably would have, y'all ain't no telling, but thank God. You guys, do you see how whatever you're going through, God can always turn around for his good and for your good also. But yeah, I don't hate my dad or nothing. I'm just giving y'all my testimony. You know, I forgave him. I understand why he wasn't there, and it is what it is. Either because he's gonna one day have to answer to God just as well as I am for all my bad decisions. So I'm not gonna judge him. I actually understand. I mean, I'm not dismissing it because you were wrong, because he was wrong. But then I understand. God gave me that spiritual understanding of it. But anyway, anyway, the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza is for you and me. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza is for you and me. Anyway, sorry y'all, I had to get that out. Ease the tension for a second. But y'all, God is good. He is very good. But anyway, that is it for the video. That is the end of my video. So that's the end of my testimony. Okay. But if you're not living for Christ, then what are you doing with your life? Okay. Oh, by the way, like, comment, and subscribe. And see y'all on the next video.